Morning everyone. I wanted to just bring out a little quick video. Basically, I did ask them to vote for like what is it they wanted to see more of on my channel. So obviously the vote come to 97% motorized bikes. So I thought obviously I'm just going to make a really quick video, and it's basically about motorized bike engine problems. So a lot of people are having like a few problems trying to start their motorized bike as well. And even for instance, a lot of people, I've noticed that they're trying to think of how that they can disengage their back wheel, because it's not actually a problem with their cells that's obviously put the actual bike together. It's to do with the clutch. Now obviously the clutch obviously won't disengage because you need to adjust the clutch in two separate different ways. Now obviously the first way that you can disengage your back wheel to obviously make it run freely is there's a clutch cable that runs towards where your engine is itself. Now obviously on the handle, on the actual like on the actual like handlebars, you have your clutch like lever, which you've obviously had to install with the kit. So basically, if say for instance your back wheel is completely locking and then obviously it's not going to freewheel, then obviously you need to obviously adjust a tiny little bit, and then obviously it's going to be either from the handlebars itself or where the engine is, where you put the clutch cable through the engine. Now a lot of people they're thinking, yeah, but obviously what do I do if say for instance the back wheel is completely locked up? Then what you need to do is just adjust a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit each time. But obviously if you do it too many times, or if you adjust it like too much, then what it's going to do is it's just going to freewheel too like way too free. So the best way that I've noticed this is just do a little bit each time. Now obviously if you wanted to say like you're going to try and start the bike itself, yeah, people were saying, I really don't know how to get the bike running itself. So it's not a problem with the actual magneto, it's a problem with the gap in the magneto itself. So what I would do is, a lot of people are giving me a lot of advice as well on this. A lot of people say that you can either use like a credit card or you can use like a Rizzler paper. Yeah, it's very cheap. I mean, you can go to a shop, buy yourself a little packet of Rizzlers, and the actual thickness of the Rizzler is very like small. So you'll be able to put it through the gap of the magneto itself. So say for instance where you've got your magneto here, and obviously like it's sort of touching on one side and then it's like not touching on the other side, you need to make sure that the magneto sits completely perpendicular around the surface of both surfaces. So you need to get a proper fluid spark for these little engines to work. So when it comes to it, another thing, people are worried about overheating. Now, as I don't know if you're aware, but outside is absolutely freezing. It's like -0 at the minute. So I'll just show you quickly, yeah? Outside, there is frost everywhere. It is cold, yeah? It is absolutely cold. So if it comes to overheating, yeah, your engine's not gonna overheat in this sort of type of weather. So in the summer, yeah, you'll have a bit more of a problem. So when it comes to like the winter part, it's fine to run your engines for a slightly little bit longer than obviously like in the summer. So when it comes to it, yeah, your back wheel, you need to sort out your back wheel. It's imperative that you do this, because you don't want to end up with problems down the line. Okay. Also your chain, yeah, sort out your chain. Don't get yourself like the basic kit. Don't ever put the basic like kit chain on. I mean, you can do it to start with, but when it comes to it, I would get a proper heavy duty chain. Okay, because when you think about it, if like all these like proper motorbikes are using a heavy duty chain, yeah, the 415 chain you need to use 100%. Get yourself one of them, and a decent spark plug as well. So if say for instance like the Z4C spark plug, which it comes with the basic kit spark plug, don't even use that. I mean, it's fine to get the engine running for now, but always upgrade to a like heavy duty spark plug as well, because obviously it will give you a better spark, and then obviously it will start the engine a bit better. So when it comes to it, yeah, there are certain bits that you can improve on as well. Like even for instance, you can get yourself like a high tension lead, so it will give you a more fluid spark to your engine as well, and that will like help like sort of spark your engine a bit quicker. Also, sort out your ratios of oil to fuel mixture as well, because a lot of people that like I've seen it on so many posts as well, they say that, oh, it's best to run these engines rich. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right? If you run your engine too rich, you'll obviously like face seizing up the engine itself. So you don't really want to seize up your engine block, and obviously like that will lead you to a lot more problems. Then you'll have to buy another engine. And also the engine kits itself, right? If you wanted to buy yourself an engine kit, you can start off with like a £65 kit or even like a £100 kit. That's fine. But a lot of other people, they're spending a lot more money on the sort of high performance like parts for their engine, and obviously the price is going to go up a little bit more. So as a basic learner, I think it's a great idea to get the cheap kit and to just obviously learn from the start to obviously like to the intermediate part like people. So when it comes to it, yeah, if you know a little bit more about these engines and you want to be a bit more advanced, then do you know what? Go out and get yourself like the more expensive one. But what I'm really interested in, and I can't really afford it at the minute, because obviously I've got a lot of other commitments to sort of like sort out for Christmas and everything, but I've seen a lot of these billet like reed cases, and you know what, they look amazing. And there's a lot of like CNC parts that have been machined out properly, and they really do look good, and they're a lot more sort of horsepower. So I think that I would dearly love to get one of these things, and I notice a lot of people on Facebook, they've started to sort of invest in these, and I think that it's really good. And a lot of other people as well, they've started to get like a sort of engine sort of setup, whereas they can test their engines on a dyno. I think that's a great idea as well. So yeah, that's just a few little tips and a few ideas to obviously help out a few people. And if there's any other ideas or anything that you people wanted to know out there, just put it down in the comments below. And obviously don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Remember to share it and like obviously comment as much as you can, all right? But everyone have a great day, and I hope you enjoy this content, all right? Take care.